Hey guys, it's Eric here and this is the TECNO Camon 15 Premier unboxing and quick review. This is not to be mistaken for the Camon 15 Pro. When you open the box, you have an envelope that houses the SIM ejection tool, a warranty card, a clear TPU case. We'll try it on in a bit. We have the device. Let's take out the sticker on the front and on the back. This is the Opal White color. It also comes in ice jadeite and that one looks dark green. In the bottom compartment, we have a standard 10 watt charger, a micro USB cable, and a pair of earphones. Now let's see how well that case fits. I didn't get a user guide in my review unit, but I tested it with a Glo SIM card and it does not support the infamous Glo 4G band 28. On the front, you have a 6.6-inch Full HD Plus IPS LCD display with 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio. The motorized pop-up houses a 32 megapixel selfie camera. We also have a blue LED that only indicates when a charger is plugged in. On the back, you have a 64 megapixel quad camera setup with quad flash. You also have a fingerprint sensor and some TECNO branding. On the left, you have a 3-in-1 tray that houses dual 4G LTE nano SIMs and an SD card. On the right, you have a volume rocker and power button. On the top, you have nothing else. On the bottom, you have a speaker, a micro USB port, a microphone, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. The Camon 15 Premier sports a new design that's very different from every TECNO phone ever released before. The pop-up mechanism almost looks like an extension of the back camera layout, and it automatically retracts every time it senses an accidental drop. Not saying you should drop it because screens are expensive, but the pop-up camera will survive a fall. The glass-stick back and stainless steel paint job on the polycarbonate frame does give it a very premium glass and aluminum sandwich appeal. The gradient color has some visible patterns that can only be seen with 20/20 vision. The front is free from punch holes, notches, and cutouts. You get a little bit of chain, but there's no visible branding on it. This makes watching 1080p videos a very immersive experience. It's very bright outdoors and you get great viewing angles. Comparing the design with last year's Camon 12, it's bigger and much heavier. I mean, it is a phablet-sized phone. You get better grip and one-hand use from the Camon 12 because it's thinner. The Camon 15 Premier comes with 128 gigs of storage and 6 gigs of RAM. You get 116 gigs of available storage. We are running on Android 10 with HiOS version 6.0.1 slapped on top of it. There are a few changes, but a lot of it stayed the same. Yes, this one still comes with bloatware and ads. Smart panel is on by default. I find it useful. If you don't, you can turn it off. Now you get a feel for swipe gestures when you switch to gesture navigation, and while that gives you more screen real estate to play with, I'm kind of old school and it's a bit of an adjustment. What's really new here is dark mode. This makes all your notifications, general UI, Instagram, and YouTube dark. It makes using your phone at night easier on the eyes, and some people even like the aesthetic of a black background as opposed to white. However, you're not saving battery life by using dark mode because this is not an AMOLED display. We have some WhatsApp tweaks like voice recorder for saving audio of your calls, auto makeup, I guess that's for beauty mode while on a WhatsApp call. Some of us need it, no shade. There's also a feature that lets you read recalled messages and also read messages without sending red receipts even when blue ticks are enabled. Some of you use the likes of GB WhatsApp for features like this even if you risk getting banned. Camon 15 Premier uses the MediaTek Helio P35 octa-core CPU clocked at 2.35 GHz and is the same one on the Phantom 9. It's an upgrade from the Helio P22 CPU on last year's Camon series. It does handle everyday apps and multitasking pretty well. The fingerprint sensor isn't the fastest. It unlocks with only a tap, but there's about a second delay before it unlocks. The face unlock, however, activates the pop-up camera, which takes more than a second. Even if it's less secure, I have actually been using the face unlock a lot more because, quite surprisingly, it works in every type of lighting. Sunlight, low light, complete darkness, the face unlock hardly fails. The light entertainment of watching the animation of the pop-up camera actually made me forget that it had fingerprint sensor on the back. Of course, you can choose what animation you fancy or turn it off if you're boring. Here's how the speaker compares side by side the TECNO Camon 12. When it comes to gaming, as usual I played PUBG on the balanced graphics and medium frame rate. Of course, this setting isn't particularly demanding, it's only the highest possible setting for this chipset and it isn't built for graphics intensive gaming. The Camon 15 Premier is powered by a 4000 mAh battery and I put it through my usual tests. I got through a full day of use doing mostly social media apps and nearly 4 hours of PUBG. This gave me 11 hours of screen on time with 22% left to spare. This one falls under the battery based category and it should get you through a full day or 2 days if you're a light user. It took me 2 hours and 46 minutes to charge from 0 to 100%. It does not support fast charging. Camon series has always been all about the camera and I put the quad AI camera to test. You have your usual interface with the addition of a super night mode. By default it takes 18 megapixel photos but you have the 64 megapixel setting on the camera interface. I don't see a lot of difference between the two. Outdoors, selfies have really good quality, exposure level is on the high side, portrait selfies do a decent job of mapping out your face. Primary camera does give you a balanced exposure level and much better skin tones. Depth sensing is good but could be better. What I did notice is that the portrait mode is so natural and the normal mode looks over sharpened. Looking at these, you get high dynamic range even at 2x zoom and ultra wide mode really takes a dip in quality. Macro mode is quite impressive as the difference coming from normal mode is clearly visible here. Indoors, the Camon 15 Premier takes really bright selfies. It is actually brighter than what the primary camera produces and you can see more details with the selfie camera. Using portrait mode with less than ideal lighting is definitely a no-no. The super night mode does see a little bit brighter at night. It records videos in 1080p for the front and back camera. If you want to see more follow-up videos, especially in form of comparison or gaming review, please let me know in the comments. So this is the front-facing camera of the TECNO Camon 15 Premier and here's what the audio sounds like. The Camon 15 Premier may have ditched the AMOLED and under-display fingerprint sensor of the Camon 12 Pro, but it still looks and feels like an upgrade from the Camon 12 series because 1. The Camon series is all about the camera and TECNO has made the jump from the 16 to 64 megapixel lens. 2. Using a full HD display as opposed to HD display on its predecessor, watching videos in 1080p is better than 720p any way you spin it. 3. A better CPU than every Camon series ever released. 4. The uninterrupted display aesthetic, all thanks to that motorized pop-up. Now that will give even the Phantom 9 a run for its money. Micro USB is quite dated and it bugs me to see it. I would have loved to see a USB Type-C on here. The Camon 15 Premier is priced at 95,000 Naira, which converts to $220 and I will let you know in my pinned comment when it becomes available. If you enjoyed this video, do give me a thumbs up and share it. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram to see what I'm up to. Please subscribe for more videos like this as it will mean a lot to me and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.